1993, I think the world became a better place because Sizwe Mkhwanazi was born.
Sizwe uzalelwe la ekhaya elokhu njengomuntu ohloniphayo, othanda kakhulu ukupheka, umuntu othanda kakhulu ukuhlala nje enamancoko ngaso sonke isikhathi.
Ngoba noma befika ngipheka la endlini, abefika thathe lelibhodo apheke. Afika ngishanyela, afika thatha umthanyelo ahlanyela. Usizwa bengumntwana ophile kakhulu kimi.
Bebahlonipha noma ukukhuluma naye noma ukhuluma into e-wrong bebabaleka ngaphenduka. Ngaphendukisile. Ubheke hayi, ngaphendukile basuka hambe lengcono. Abuye sokuhlonipha.
I was born in Platrand, a place that is 22 kilometers outside of Standerton. Mainly a farming community, people who are dependent on subsistence farming, but also working for commercial farmers. I'm currently based at the University of Oxford as a PhD student in education. What I've done before, or to get to where I am now, is I've had to go to school like any other person. But more than anything, I've had to make certain choices about that kind of schooling.
Waqala isikolo eqala kahle. Primary school esikhona la eduzane, ufunde kakhulu kusona isikolo waze waqeda. Wandlula ke, wandlula esikhona eTheri kwakuyisikolo esincane nazo futhi. Uma izawuphuma ayeqonda ulwazi.
I'm not from a wealthy family, and how I describe that is, one, my family doesn't understand the business of education. Many things I'm doing they don't understand, and coming back to this thing that I'm in Oxford now, it had to be a school option. From a school option, go to a TVET college. From a TVET college, join a university. In a university, decide between a job and taking a scholarship in a different country.
Ngihlangane noSizwe esesesikoleni esemncane efunda esikoleni ekuthiwa iSkoneytsig Primary School esisendaweni yasePlatrand. Bekumntwana ozimisele kakhulu kwezemfundo. Ubonakale nje esemncane ukuthi kukhona la ephokophele kuya khona. It was in January 2007 when Sizwe enrolled at the College for Office Administration, Standerton campus. At that time, I was an education specialist there, and he enrolled for his first year at the college. He came from Platrand, a village. It's a village outside Standerton. So he came as our first year student, and yeah, we didn't know what to expect of him at that time, as he was a new student.
Okumkhuthaze kakhulu ukubheka isimo sendawo esihlala kuyo. Wabona nabantu abasha okanye abafundi bendawo esihlala kuyo abaningi endapha bebuye emaplazini. Bathi noma sebemenzile ugrade 12 wabo kodwa ekugcineni babuye bazosebenza iplaza. Wabona ukuthi no, ukuthi malume ngihlale kule ndawo kanti sengilibonile ithuba ngoba umuntu bethanda ukuresearcha esikhathini esiningi.
TVET colleges are an answer to the nation, because in TVET colleges we take students as early as grade 9. So if you are a student in a high school, you can decide to go vocational education route instead of going to a traditional grade 12, meaning you already train for a skill while you are still very young. So by the time you finish your third year, which is your level 4, you already have a skill or a trade. So this particular college is relevant because it serves the rural community of this area.
The benefits of studying at TVET colleges are the practical exposure that students are exposed to, and also comparing to the requirements that are required at university. A TVET college is more of an advantage because the requirements are less than that of university. And for a student, also affordability-wise, it's much more affordable compared to university.
Being in Secunda or being Garisibande, it actually makes us to have a very close relationship with the TVET college, which is, by the way, is the only TVET college we've got in the area or in the whole of the district. our environment focused on technical part. So there was no way we'll be able to continue and be sustainable without having collaboration with the college.
There weren't many options for studying, and there wasn't information that was distributed about what could happen to a person after. But by accident, I should say, a lady called Jabu Mhlabane and a gentleman called Oscar Bega visited Kondulwazi Secondary School, where I was doing my grade 9, and they shared the information that there is an opportunity for joining our TVET college after grade 9. But also we had known in our community the reputation of the Khetsibande College in particular.
Within the region, we are the only college that is offering primary agric. And we would want us to be the first choice for students, as we want to be the leading brand, college brand in the country.
The engineering skills, we concentrate mostly on apprenticeships. We do 7 apprenticeships plus hairdressing. The 7 apprenticeships is the normal electrician, welder, fitter. Then we also do millwright. And in building and civil construction, we do a bricklayer, we do plumber, and we do carpenter.
In the fitting workshop, basically what we do is we teach a student from scratch basic hand skills, power tools, and more machines and stuff in order for them to become master artisans at the end of the day, which is our main purpose.
We normally train our learners to understand the basic fundamentals of electricity, to undertake them through trade tests so that they can be well equipped for the workplace and become artisans.
Hairdressing is very broad. After completing their qualification, once they got the qualification, and then they can open their own businesses.
Civil engineering is a very broad industry. A student can actually become a project manager, or they can become a quantity surveyor, or if they like, they can also become an artisan. What do you mean by an artisan? You can actually specialize in carpentry, specialize in plumbing, or specialize in bricklaying. Also, a student can also become a site agent, which means that they'll be running projects, building roads, building water reticulations, and also building dams. As we know that South Africa is very faced with drought, so we need students who will be able to come up with ways of saving water. So we are training them to become those equipped as civil engineers.
60% of our curriculum is practical. So practically the students are equipped. Hence, when you finish here, you are not bound to be seeking for employment. You can start your own business because you are already skilled, you are ready.
On the campus, we really strive for academic excellence, and that we achieve by having a dedicated staff who really care. And apart from just the academic excellence, we also look after the well-being of each student, also outside of the academics. That is, we look after you with extracurricular activities in the sporting field as well as the cultural field.
You know, from 2007, the NCVs were introduced, and we know that as a new qualification, many institutions were not familiar with the National Certificate Vocational. It was a mystery for universities and other institutions of higher learning. So students who completed their level 4 found themselves wanting because they could not be employable, they could not be taken in institutions of higher learning. So we had to induct actually universities about the relevance of TVET college or TVET college qualifications to their universities. And it's a qualification that was recognized by SAQA, and we are also submitting to the Department of Higher Education, same as universities.
In Sasol, we believe in balance. We've got our engineers who obviously have to go to the university, but we also have got a critical part, which is the mechanical, the maintenance, which only you can get it through the college. We've got a campaign, we've been running it for 2 years now. It's called It's Cool to Be an Artisan. The moment we say that, we are saying to the youth, go to the TVET. It's cool to be an artisan. It's cool to study the TVET. You don't have to get the lower marks for you to go to the TVET. The people who go to the TVET is not a second-grade citizens. It's everyone who's willing to work in a technical environment like Sasol, technical environment like Eskom, and all those manufacturing companies which they are out there looking for critical skills.
It has benefited me by equipping me with practical skills in administration. I can do my personal administration more efficient today, but also as someone in academia where there's high dependency on how good you are with computer resources, and my career basically it's dependent on my TVET college studies. You know, this may sound overstated, but I'm being real when I say everything I do today is heavily dependent on my ability to make use of computerized programs to deliver on my job, my career, my studies, and to type that master's dissertation, which is 230 pages. You need to type a certain number of words per minute, unless you are prepared to go and hire someone to do the typing for you.
I emphasize to my students all the time, we create master artisans, not plastic, not Hong Kong, GS College artisans, which is master artisans, all the way.
We are the best and we produce the best. The learners that we train, we believe that they are guaranteed jobs immediately after they complete their training with us. And we have never failed. Since we've started, I joined this college for like 4 years now. Most of the learners are working permanently or maybe on contract, but they are working with big companies.
Gert Sibande College have proven through the years that they are the #1 brand in TVET education. So students have, through the TVET college, are exposed to all fields, from theory up to the practical, where they are exposed to the work situation.
We have staff that is hardworking, that is committed, that will always go out of their way to ensure that students are being taught, and at the end we are proud of the products that we have, to indicate that some of our students are even employed by the college. So that shows that the college prides itself in its own products.